Hi everyone, this is the third video on the toggle clamp. We're going to do the assembly and the animation in case you need any help on that. So first thing, I don't like the way it brought in all these parts. I did drop the base in and right clicked and located it at the origin, so it is locked down, so everything's going to be placed on the base, of course. But I can't see where I'm at very good, so I'm picking the look at button here and going to pick that. And that lines it up with the bottom of that, and then I'm going to change that to my home view here if I can. Set current view as front. Okay, now I hit the corner. See how nice that is? Now that thing is more standard. All the other parts line up. So let's start putting this thing together. I'm going to line it up like my drawing here. And I guess a lot of different ways you can do this, but we'll start out by placing the first pin in here, right here. So we're going to go to constrain and pick the first item, which is basically this pin, and put it on any shaft. Notice I'm getting the center line there. Okay, so I have that. And of course you got to hit apply. Make sure it's facing the right way. It is. If it wasn't, you'd have to hit one of the buttons to flip it. Okay, now of course it should slide. We don't want to lock this one in, so that one's done for right now. Now we want to put in probably, I guess these links would be next. So let's put them on there. They're both the same. We're going to need another link. Okay, let's see. The next one is going to put the link on here. So constrain. Probably just do the cylinder and this cylinder again. And then we're going to have to hit apply. And then probably should have done face to face first. Might have to backtrack a little bit there. So I'll put this face to, it's gonna be hard to do that face, so it would be easier to do the face on this one, so we'll hold off on that one. Okay, so we just got the two cylinders lined up now, so let's go ahead and put the arm on it. So constrain cylinder, that one goes right to there. And it's backwards, so I'm going to see if I can get it to flip around. There we go. That looks better. Apply. Let's check it just to make sure it's working. Yeah, it's on that cylinder. Now we do the faces. Okay. So this face, I can't get to the back side of that, so I'm going to spin it. Pick the back face. Okay, and apply. And now I can more easily do this one to that one, to this face. Apply. Okay. And then those two cylinders, of course, be next. So you kind of just go in order like you would assemble this in real life. And it looks like it's not liking that because it did move. So there we go. The aligned one, apply. And it's getting closer. Now I'll go ahead and put it on the other side. Basically the same way. I'll pause it. You can do that. And we'll keep lining these cylinders up. Apply. Okay, so now we basically got the basics of it. It should kind of work now. See? So that's the hardest part. Now just putting the pins in the correct order. So these are probably two long pins, and that's the one short pin. So they just go cylinder and then face, cylinder and then face. Probably won't record that whole part, but so that is a long one, right? And there's a short one. So these long ones go into links themselves. Apply and then face. I hope I didn't hit that. This face, apply. Okay, I mean all the pins are done the exact same way. Little trick, if you can't see like the back side of it after you get it out, you can always move the pin before you locate it. This one's in backwards actually, so it looks like I gotta flip it, right? So I moved it all the way out so I could see it first of all, and then that constrained. I already got the cylinders constrained, but I couldn't get the faces very easy, so I just moved it and did the correct faces, and it should flip. It's not looking like it's going to though. Apply. So when you get a problem like that, it won't flip. The problem is the cylinder itself. So I gotta go back, pick that part, expand it, okay, and find that mate originally like that one, and we go to edit it, and then we just flip it around like that. Okay, hit OK. Now we should be able to make it work. Strain. And that face. Hit apply. The other pin should be the same way. Okay, got all the pins in there on the right faces and cylinders. This thing's a little tricky to get in there. So what I usually do is just do like the face of this, like that, with one of the faces over here, so I can see that one. Let's see if it did put it on there right or backwards. It did put it on there right. Apply. And now I gotta do the other two faces here. I can't see it, so I'm gonna bring it out there again. Constrain. And pick this face and then the back face over there. Okay, now those two faces pretty much line it up. Now it can, of course, can go too far in and out. So what I usually do is just tell it how far it is from the center point or from this edge or something. So constrain. Maybe we'll just line those two edges up right where the bend is. Right there. Okay, now it should line those up real nice. Okay. So what do we have left? We just have that one last pin. We're about done with this, luckily. And it looks like it's backwards or something there. Where's the face of it? Apply. See if I can grab that thing and yank it out of there. Looks like it's stuck way too far in there. There we go. Okay. This one looks like it's about a ½ inch out. It doesn't tell you how far out it is, so just put about a ½ inch out there, or whatever number you feel like it is. It doesn't. It's not critical because it does go in and out. So I'm going to put from that face, this face. I'm going to tell it 0.5 out, and it looks like it went the right way. Yes. Sometimes you got to put -0.5 in there. Hit apply. Okay, I think it's done. So that's assembly. See how it works? Okay, now we're going to animate this, okay, and then we'll explode it too. So I know it says read part of the book that we don't have anymore, so but it gives you pretty good instructions here. You will need to animate it by putting an angular constraint between the arm, and you could Google what an angular constraint is, but I'm going to show you here. Between the arm and the base edges with a 0 angle. Okay, drive this constraint for a total of 150 degrees. Do this after you make the angular constraint by right-clicking on the constraint in the browser and pick drive and setting it to 0 degrees and 150 degrees and start 4 repetitions. Okay, let's see if we can do that. So we go to constrain, and this one's angular. Okay, we just want 2 items. Okay, we're going to put them 0 degrees, basically pick any straight edge. There's a straight edge, there's a straight edge, and looks like I want it to be 180. There we go. Line them both up. Okay, so I applied that. Okay, so now they won't move anymore. They're locked down. Okay, so now we're going to drive that constraint. Okay, so I can pick that arm since that's the one I used. Find that constraint. It was the last one I did. There it is, 180. Right click on it, drive it. Okay, Then you got to expand it. Start and start. 4 repetitions, just like it says in here. The angle is from 0. What do they say? 0 to 150. Now sometimes you got to play with that a little bit. 0, 150. I think that's all it said to do. So let's just see what happens. Okay, now we bring it back. Okay, so it's definitely going the wrong way. Doing an impossibility here. So stop. So let's just bring it from 150 to 0. Rewind it. Play it. Okay, I had to play with the numbers a little bit. 0 to 180 didn't want to seem to work, so I switched it to 360 to 180. Most likely because we're starting at 180, or these two are 180 apart, so 360 would be another 180 degrees over here, so it's going back and forth. So let's try that now. So you can kind of see now it's basically going to do four iterations on 1 degree with a 10 AVI rate. Okay, back and forth 4 times. So that's basically how you animate it. You basically pick 2 things. It's locked in on that hinge point right there. So that kind of drives it down. Okay, it's a little bit harder to animate items. You can always want to show people this, but it's not necessarily that easy. Of course, you can record it, so you hit play. Go back into here. So drive, expand it, record it, and whatever you want to call it, constraint. Like I already called it that once before, but call it constraint 2 or 1. Save, and then you can tell it, you know, how fast you want it to be, how good a resolution you want it to be, and so on. And now you hit play again, and now it's recording, as you can see. Okay. As you're doing it, so that video should work after it's done. Let's go ahead and double check it. Okay, but I'm going to hit record just to open up the videos. Works slowly but surely here, maybe. Okay, here's the video of it actually working. Alright, I did hit custom on the resolution and made it a little bit higher so it looked a little bit better. Okay, let me shut that down. The make sure you follow the instructions on it. It's a little bit goofy the way they set it up, but you hit the record button, pick a destination for the file, hit play, and that'll start the recording. Then you actually got to hit the record button one more time when it's done, and then that'll record. Okay, and then of course double check to see if it works. Alright, you do have to do a full drawing, of course, and with the presentation. Okay, now remember, hopefully you remember how to do the presentation. We did a couple of them, but just to make sure, I'll show you real quick. So you go to File, New, Presentation. Okay, and then you'll bring this file into it, which I didn't save it, so I better save it here. This looks like I was in a basketball pool last time here. Okay, so I'm opening that toggle clamp. Should have made a project out of it, but I didn't, so it's not liking that, of course. So open that up. Basically, you pull it apart and then you save this as it, and then you can bring it into your drawing. Okay, just like you'd bring in any assembly or part or anything else into your drawing. All right, so tweak the components, pick that, and then you start taking it apart basically. So you can take two of them apart at a time. So you pick like that one and that one. I guess you got to hold down the control key. Okay. And you grab the arrow you want to bring it, and you can put a distance in like maybe 2.5. Probably negative, I guess, right? Okay, so you just pull it apart like that, and you keep doing that. And that's your presentation file. Okay. You should probably grab that one at the same time too. Okay, and then maybe these two. So just think how if you had these in your hand, how would you take it apart, right? That should have been a bigger number. Okay, so just keep taking it apart like that till you get your presentation view done. Alright, so I think that should be everything for that whole project. I know it's pretty cumbersome, but this is something kind of what I expect you to do on your final project, which is due at the end of, or the beginning of finals week. Okay, so make sure you get that done. Hopefully that helped you.